Are you in a toxic relationship, or is your relationship toxic because of alcohol? So, I've been in lots of different relationships in the past. Having BPD, I've never been able to commit for a long time. I've struggled with, abandonment issues and all the rest of it over the years. Finally, now I'm settled, but there is a big but. The relationship I'm in now was toxic. It was a very toxic relationship in the beginning. And to be honest with you, I thought it would always remain toxic until I removed alcohol from the equation. I used to provoke my boyfriend during an argument, bring up things from the past. I was not an easy person to get on with when I was drunk. I'd nitpick. And yeah, there were times when he did the same back. But again, we were taking drugs, we were drinking. It was a very toxic situation. Since I've stopped drinking and since I've stopped taking Coke, and my boyfriend has stopped taking Coke, he's not an alcoholic, so he goes out and drinks on the Friday, but he can come home after 2, doesn't bother him, right? So that's, that doesn't bother me. He supported me all the way through January, did 38 days sober with me. He's also now 93 days off cocaine. Our relationship has improved massively. So if you're struggling in your relationship and you think your relationship is toxic, it might not be as toxic as you think it is. It's always easy to, I'm not sort of saying that there aren't abusive people out there, right? Because there are abusive people out there. I've been with abusive people. I know what they're like. However, a lot of the time, and I will be honest, I was guilty of provoking him in that situation. So I'm not going to sit there and say it was all his fault, because it wasn't. I was under the influence when we were arguing, and I wouldn't let things go. I'd get up in his face. I'd provoke him like mad. And, everybody's got a limit. Do you know what I mean? Even I've got a limit. I used to I used to retaliate, used to provoke, used to be, not a nice person at all. Since I've stopped drinking, we get on so well. We do get on really well. We don't argue. And if we have a disagreement, I walk away. So, yes, some relationships are toxic, and there are some abusive women, there are some abusive men out there. I totally get that. And sometimes your relationship is toxic because it's toxic. But if you're kind of on the fence with it, and you really, deep down that most of your arguments are happening when you had a drink or when you've been out on the sesh, reevaluate your life, have a think about it, and ask yourself, is drink and drugs creating all those problems for you? Because I guarantee you, any relationship you're in will improve if you remove alcohol and drugs from it. Give it a try, guys. Peace and love.